Hello everyone, happy Friday. Thank you very much for watching today. So today, well, first let me make sure my Facebook is live, and it is. There we go. So if anybody's watching or paying attention to Olympics recently, comes up. Every night I'm at least watching something in the Olympics, or seeing where we are in the medal count, or read an article about who's winning, who's losing, who's failing, who's falling, and it brings up all of the things that you've probably some of the things you've heard before in life and success of failing, falling, and getting back up. We've heard that before. We heard that anytime you fail or anytime you fall, the lesson you learn is when you get back up and you do it again. But I'm going to put this into real estate, and I'm going to put this into sales, and I'm going to put this into perspective and on how, and I hope it makes you feel like, wow, the opportunity I have being an agent is a lot better than other things, because there's certain things in life. One, the Olympics. Can you imagine how many hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands, probably tens of thousands or maybe hundreds of thousands of athletes across the world that have spent years and years of their life training and fail and fall and do not get into the Olympics, to even try to win or fail again. We just see, when you're watching the Olympics, we just see the small sliver of the best that got into the Olympics. So when you see that person that, let's say track and field, they're running around the track, I'm just guessing, I don't know for sure if there's eight people running around that track, and someone comes in at 8th place, and you're like, oh my God, that man or woman or whoever it was that team came in last of the last place. Now, they had to qualify for that. That you have to qualify for that. So there's some countries that have no one that qualifies. It's not like you get an automatic that you get to come into the Olympics. I haven't fact checked that, but I'm certain that every country doesn't get someone that gets into the certain track and field, certain events, certain sports, without showing that they could play it and are qualified to play it. Or, wow, that would be an interesting Olympics to see, if that. But the point I'm getting at is that we look at these people and we think, wow, they failed. No, they've gotten somewhere. They've gotten to the point. They've excelled. They've succeeded. Are they the best? No. But not to go in too much detail about the Olympics, but I feel sorry for those people that come in 8th place, 4th place, because they feel like they failed. But look at all of the people that they have beaten. They have surpassed thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and then they still get to that point and said they failed to what they were. Now, I'm going to put that into sales. Put that into real estate. You should feel better every day getting up and go, I could fail 90% of the time and if I prospect and get 10% or 5%. Now, like right now, just in real estate, there's agents right now going, getting leads from their office, buying leads online, cold leads coming in from different lead sources. You know that the turnaround or the possibility of succeeding with those is less than 5%. Less than 5%, but agents are doing it. You know why? Because they go, that's great. I will take 5%. If I make 100 phone calls and talk to 100 people, and I'm going to get 5. So you're only going to succeed 5 out of 100 times. Is there anything else in life that people would do if you're only going to succeed 5 times, 5% of the time, 2% of the time? Would they do it? Chances are no. But in real estate and in sales, you can do that. It's just a numbers game. It's all the videos that I've done on keeping yourself organized, following up with people, being that person. And I'll tell you a little joke too, but also help you with your business too. Sometimes agents give you a scenario. There's over 35,000 realtors in Ohio. Some will go, wow, that's oversaturated. Right now, there's over 70,000 realtors in Los Angeles. Just in the county of Los Angeles, in California, there's more realtors in that market than double in that one county than we have all in Ohio. So it's all relative what you say. But the story I'm telling you is that when I train agents and get in these conversations, they go, now when you're prospecting, and sometimes they ask, hey, do you have any realtor that you know, that friend, relative that would be your top advisor? Because I would like to be that person. And if they ever come back and say, yes, my friend, I sold the house, they sold my house, I used them to buy houses, my brother-in-law, my sister, my cousin, they have someone. And sometimes those realtors back off. Don't back off. You didn't fail. You didn't lose. There's someone else that's more trusted advisor. Ask them, can I be your second favorite realtor? Can I still follow up with you? You never stop following up with people. Even other realtors, because 87% of realtors get out of the business every 5 years. So you could follow up with another realtor. They might not be in business 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You'd always follow up with everybody. And what they say, if they tell you to stop, no, I already have it. My brother is a realtor. I already have a realtor that I mentioned. Oh, great. Can I be your second choice just in case anything ever comes up? Your brother gets too busy. Your brother's out of town. Your brother moves to another state. Whatever. I want to be the second person. I want to be in second place. And some agents laugh when I say that, but a couple times a year, I get some of my agents that call me back, go, Tony, it worked. They called me. They told me 2 years ago that their sister-in-law is an agent, and now their sister-in-law is not an agent. Or their next-door neighbor, now they're not friends with their next-door neighbor anymore. Or their cousin is a realtor, but they don't want to share their personal information with them. So I'm just giving you an idea of when you think you fail, like when you're prospecting and they say no, it could be a yes. You could win. You're never failing. You just might not have gotten that client at that time. So you always persist, you always keep going, and it's just a numbers of how many people you're going to talk to, how many people you're going to communicate. And guess what? Every time, again, compared to the Olympics, if you talk to 100 people and you have 100 people in your database and you're following up with them over years and years and years and you get 10, 20, 30% of them, you still win. You just won a certain portion of that. You lost 70% of them, or you haven't gotten them yet, or they chose someone else, but you still win something. You're always winning when you prospect. You're always winning something. There's always a prize when you consistently do it and consistently do the work. Compared to, again, the Olympics, you could train for years. You could spend 5, 7, 10 years training, moving away. Some of these athletes move away from home to train with a special coach or a place, and they leave their families and they live off of scraps because they can't train and have the job and career they want and train. They're taking other kinds of income sources and things to hopefully win a medal someday, and they put their lives on hold. I'm telling agents out there, you don't have to put your lives on hold. You just have to arrange your lives. You could still be at home. You don't have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and train and find a place to go train. And you don't have to eat certain foods. You don't have to run a marathon. All you have to do is pick up the phone. All you have to do is get on your computer and organize your database of people you're calling and putting them into a follow-up plan and follow up with them and hone your skills. Guess what? How do you hone your skills? And practice talking. I'm not saying run 26 miles. I'm saying practice talking, role playing. Take a class online. Guess what? Anytime online. Talk to one of your colleagues, your mentor, your broker, your manager, somebody. Compared to what other people have to do to succeed in the thing that they want to succeed is, doesn't that sound a little bit easier, a little bit more? You could revolve your life around it. You don't have to drop everything you're doing in life to succeed in real estate. I see it happen every day. I see it have been happening for 30 years. So the point, the main point again in the subject was failing and falling. There's no such thing as that you could completely, well, let me rephrase that. You could completely fail at real estate because that's all of the effort you put into it and how long and how consistent you'll be. You could fail. There's 87% of realtors get out of real estate. Not that they all fail. Some of them just didn't like it. Some found other opportunities. Their life, changed in a different way. But yes, there's a lot of realtors that fail. But they didn't fail. They all failed. Any realtor that failed is because they didn't try their hardest. Again, compared to athletes, there's athletes out there that are trying their hardest for years and training and doing everything they can, and they still can't get to that level. They just never can. They physically can't do it for whatever reason there is. They just can't do it, and it took them years to find out that I physically cannot beat the other people in the world. You don't have to worry that. The only person you have to beat is yourself and the things that you're doing every day. So anybody that fails at real estate, either one, is not doing their best, two, they don't really love what they do, or three, their life's, even though their family, I've seen it happen, family, income, not having the time to wait till the income comes in to do it full time. Those are some of the reasons they fail, but everybody has the possibility. You don't have to have some innate God gift, something you're born with to be great in real estate. Everybody has the ability. So anybody watching this, you have the ability. You can do it. It's just there's the people that are doing it now. They don't have something special that you don't have. They're just doing the things that I'm going over in this video and have gone over in that video. That's it. They're just doing it, and you can do it too. If you could talk, if you could pick up a phone, if you could get to properties and show them properties, you can do it. Those are really some of the very minimum things that you have to be able to do is communicate with people, and I think everybody watching this can communicate with people. That's it. I could go on forever about this topic, but remember, use me as a resource. Call, text, email me anytime. Happy to set some time aside for you to help you with whatever you need. So have a great Friday and have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.